Dear Editor, this is the Zodiac speaking. I am the murderer of the taxi driver over by Washington Street and Maple Street last night. To prove this, here is a blood-stained piece of his shirt. I am the same man who did in the people in the North Bay area. The SF police could have caught me last night if they had searched the park properly, instead of holding road races with their motorcycles, seeing who could make the most noise.
He signed it with a crosshair. He was not hiding. He had never been hiding. His name was in the next letter he sent, encoded in 13 characters, mailed to the San Francisco Chronicle in April 1970. The cipher begins, "My name is." It has never been officially solved. Until this week, an artificial intelligence may have finally cracked it. The FBI is reviewing the name it found, and if that name is correct, the Zodiac killer was also responsible for one of the most infamous murders in American history. This is his story, in his own words.
Welcome to ExploricaGlobal, where we uncover the stories the world overlooked.
December 20th, 1968, Lake Herman Road, Benicia, California. Betty Lou Jensen was 16 years old. David Faraday was 17. It was their first date. They parked at a remote spot on Lake Herman Road at around 11 p.m. A gunman approached their car. He shot Faraday once in the head. Jensen ran. He shot her 5 times in the back. No motive, no witness, no suspect. The case went cold immediately. 6 months later, July 4th, 1969, Blue Rock Springs Park, Vallejo. Darlene Farron, 22, and Mike Mageau, 19, were parked in a lot when a car pulled up beside them. A man approached and opened fire. Farron was killed. Mageau survived, barely. Within 40 minutes, a man called the Vallejo Police Department from a payphone near the sheriff's office. He gave them the location of the crime. Then he said, "I also killed those kids last Christmas." He hung up. He called police after the Blue Rock Springs attack. He called police after the Lake Berryessa attack. He called the Napa Police Department after stabbing Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard on September 27, 1969. Lake Berryessa was different. He wore a costume, a black executioner's hood, a bib attached to his chest with the crosshair symbol, sunglasses beneath the hood to hide his eyes. He tied Hartnell and Shepard with pre-cut lengths of rope he had brought with him. Then he stabbed them. Hartnell survived. Shepard died 2 days later. Before leaving the scene, the Zodiac took a felt-tip pen and wrote on the door of Hartnell's car, "Vallejo, 12/20/68, 7469, Sept 2769, 6:30, by knife." His final confirmed victim was Paul Stein, a 29-year-old cab driver, shot in the head in the Presidio Heights neighborhood of San Francisco on October 11, 1969. 3 teenagers witnessed the attack and called police. They described a white male walking calmly north. A police dispatcher mistakenly described the suspect as black. Officers who passed the actual suspect on the street let him go. The Zodiac cut a piece of Paul Stein's shirt. He soaked it in blood. He mailed it to the San Francisco Chronicle as proof. He was not hiding. He was performing. For the police, for the newspapers, for the city of San Francisco. He sent over 20 letters, and in one of them, he wrote down his name. On August 1, 1969, 3 Bay Area newspapers each received an identical letter. No return address. Each letter contained a different third of the same cipher, a 408-character code built from astronomical symbols, backward letters, and invented characters. The demand? Print the cipher on the front page, or I will go on a kill rampage this weekend. All 3 newspapers complied. Donald and Betty Harden were 2 schoolteachers in Salinas. They solved the Z408 in 8 days without any professional code-breaking tools. Using the assumption that the killer was egotistical and would use the word I, and that the cipher would contain the word kill, they found the pattern. The decoded message reads, "I like killing people because it is so much fun. It is more fun than killing wild game in the forest, because man is the most dangerous animal of all. To kill something gives me the most thrilling experience. The best part of it is that when I die, I will be reborn in paradise, and all the I have killed will become my slaves. I will not give you my name because you will try to slow down or stop my collecting of slaves for my afterlife." He had promised the cipher contained his name. It did not. It contained his motive. In November 1969, the Zodiac sent the San Francisco Chronicle a 340-character cipher. Codebreakers at the NSA attempted to crack it. Military cryptographers tried. Academic mathematicians tried. It remained unsolved for 51 years. On December 5, 2020, 3 civilian codebreakers, David Oranchak from Virginia, Sam Blake from Australia, and Jarl van Eyck from Belgium, working collaboratively online, cracked the Z340 using pattern recognition software. Its decoded message began, "I hope you are having lots of fun in trying to catch me. That wasn't me on the TV show, it was someone else making an ass of himself." He was taunting them from 1969. They did not receive his message until 2020.
In April 1970, the Zodiac sent the Chronicle a letter alongside the shortest cipher he ever wrote, 13 characters. The letter beside it read, "My name is," 13 characters. His name, by every estimate, between 4 and 13 characters long. He put his name in the smallest possible hiding place, and still nobody has officially opened it. One cryptologist ranked the Zodiac's unsolved ciphers second only to the Voynich manuscript in their resistance to solution. The Z32, 32 characters, sent the same year, is also officially unsolved. 2 ciphers, 45 characters total. Somewhere inside them, a name, possibly a location, possibly the number 37, the number of victims he claimed. The FBI extracted DNA from the envelope stamps in 2002. It has never officially matched anyone.
The FBI investigated the Zodiac case for decades. They received over 2,500 tips. They seriously investigated more than 2,000 suspects. 3 stand above all others. Arthur Lee Allen, primary suspect, 1969-1992. Arthur Lee Allen was a Vallejo schoolteacher. He lived close to the Lake Herman Road crime scene. Before the killings began, he told a friend he wanted to hunt humans for sport, using the phrase that the most dangerous game of all is man, the exact phrase used in the decoded Z408. He owned a Zodiac brand watch, the same brand whose logo resembles the crosshair symbol the killer used to sign his letters. He was ambidextrous. Witnesses described the Zodiac as possibly ambidextrous. In 1991, a witness came forward claiming Allen had confessed to being the Zodiac. Allen was investigated again. The case against him was extraordinary. Then, DNA from the envelope stamps was compared to Arthur Lee Allen. It did not match. Allen died in 1992. Many investigators still believe he was the Zodiac and that the DNA sample was contaminated or that he had someone else lick the envelopes. Gary Francis Post, named by the Casebreakers, 2021. In 2021, a team called the Casebreakers, 40 former law enforcement officials, academics, and journalists, named Gary Francis Post as the Zodiac. He was a former Air Force veteran with a history of extreme violence who had allegedly trained young male followers to be, quote, killing machines. The FBI responded that the case remained open and that there was no new information to report. Post had died in 2018, 3 years before he was named. Richard Hoffman, accused by his own grandson, 2024. In 2024, a man posted a series of videos on TikTok claiming his grandfather, a former San Francisco police officer named Richard Hoffman, was the Zodiac killer. The posts went viral. Police have not publicly commented. The investigation is ongoing. The pattern is identical across all three. A suspect emerges, evidence accumulates, the case appears to be closing, and then something, DNA, death, inconclusive findings, leaves it open. Until December 2025.
His DNA is on the envelope stamps. It has been there since 1969. Every suspect whose DNA has been tested has been eliminated or has died before testing was complete. One cipher still has his name in it, and an artificial intelligence just claimed to have read it. Alex Baber runs a firm called Cold Case Consultants of America. He is a self-taught code breaker, and in late 2025, he did something that professional cryptographers, NSA mathematicians, and 50 years of investigators had not done. He did not just look at the cipher. He fed an AI system millions of pages of context, 1940s and 1950s census data, military service records, Los Angeles grand jury transcripts from 1947, Bay Area public records from the 1960s, and asked it to find the most statistically probable name that would fit the 13 characters of the Z13. The name that emerged was Marvin Merrill, an alias. The real name behind it was Marvin Margolis. Marvin Margolis was a United States Navy corpsman, a medic, who served in the Pacific during World War II. He landed at Okinawa in the first wave. He experienced severe combat trauma, was discharged with a 50% psychiatric disability, and was documented as making alarming statements about violence after his discharge. His medical training gave him anatomical knowledge consistent with the precise nature of several Zodiac attacks. He had a documented romantic relationship with Elizabeth Short. Elizabeth Short, known posthumously as the Black Dahlia, murdered in Los Angeles in January 1947. Her case has never been solved. Baber's analysis proposes that Marvin Margolis killed Elizabeth Short in 1947, and that 20 years later, the same man became the Zodiac killer. In 1992, Margolis, by then elderly and dying, drew a nude female figure named Elizabeth. The drawing was discovered by researchers after Baber brought Margolis to their attention. Upon digital enhancement, the word Zodiac was found hidden in the ink beneath the visible drawing. The injuries depicted on the figure in the drawing matched injuries inflicted on Elizabeth Short, injuries that were never made public until after Margolis died.
Ed Giorgio served as the chief code maker and code breaker for the United States National Security Agency. He examined Baber's methodology and his conclusions. His assessment? The probability that anything else is correct is orders of magnitude smaller. It is the greatest sleuth story ever told. The FBI in San Francisco confirmed they are reviewing the evidence. The LAPD has been made aware of the findings regarding the Black Dahlia connection.
The LAPD stated that Elizabeth Short's case is not a current priority. No arrest has been made, no official confirmation has been issued. The Z13 cipher remains officially unsolved. His last confirmed letter arrived at the San Francisco Chronicle on January 29, 1974. It contained no new cipher, no new threat, just a score update. Me equals 37, SFPD equals 0. He was never heard from again. The FBI has never closed this case. His DNA is in a sealed evidence bag in San Francisco. It has been there for over 50 years. It has been compared to multiple suspects. None have matched. Here is what I keep coming back to. He was not a ghost. He was a man. He bought stamps. He licked envelopes. He hand-wrote every letter. He made phone calls from payphones that were traced to specific locations. He left fingerprints, footprints, handwriting, and DNA. He left his name. He encoded it in 13 characters and mailed it to a newspaper because he believed with complete certainty that nobody was smart enough to read it. For 55 years, he was right. If Baber's AI is correct, if Marvin Margolis is the Zodiac, then the case has been solved by a machine after the suspect has been dead for 30 years, after the FBI spent decades looking in the wrong direction, after 55 years of victims' families waiting for an answer that never officially came. If Baber's AI is wrong, then the Z13 still has a name in it. 13 characters, written by a man who wanted to be caught badly enough to hand you the key, but not badly enough to make it easy.
Like and subscribe to ExploricaGlobal for more.